Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Michigan Conservative Roundtable. My name is Mac, and today I'm going to be talking about whether or not it really takes a village to do anything. I have an idea that it does, and I think we're seeing it play out today. But first, I'd like to encourage you to go to lobbyfriends.com. It's like Facebook, no censorship, no BS. Help build that community, please. We are at 909 subscribers, so I would encourage you to help us get to 1,000. We're also on BitChute, Rumble, HugeTube. You can find us on Gab, MeWe, and other places like that for a short time longer. We're going to quit putting the videos on there. So, Hillary Clinton once famously said, "It takes a village to raise a child." Of course, that's nonsense. It doesn't take any such thing. Single mothers prove that. Single parents, I should say, prove that every day. It doesn't take a village. Does it take some help? For sure. But that's what family is for. So, as has become tradition, my daughter, my oldest daughter, sends me a picture every year of my eldest grandson on his first day of school. Usually he's holding some sort of placard that says, my name is such and such, it's this date, I'm going to be, in this case this year, second grader, I want to be a policeman, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So we can look back on them in the years to come and look at what he wanted to be each year and how tall he was, because he's a tall lad. But this year, I noticed that he was wearing like a tank top or a t-shirt, shorts, tennis shoes, and so on and so forth. Well, that's a stark contrast from when I went to this in the second grade. I wore a shirt and tie. It had my school logo on it, which was in this case St. Dominic's School, which was SDS. I wore a dress shirt, dress pants, dress shoes. And people say, well, that's not important. It doesn't matter what you wear. I think it does. I think it does matter because it starts the erosion of our society. And this little village that's doing it wants to replace this country. They want to replace it with a totalitarian socialist state. They don't want our history. They want to erase it, as in the taking down of the Robert E. Lee statue in Virginia, which is like some 40 feet tall. I don't believe I've personally seen it, but I was a little upset at first because I thought it was the one at Gettysburg. And to me, that's the sacred place, and if they ever try to take that one down, I will personally go and do what I can to stop them. But back to I digress, as some like to say. I think school, this is something that the Reverend Jesse Jackson and I agree on, and it isn't much. But I think what's important is that school be formal. That everyone conform to rules and guidelines and certain levels of behavior. In this country, we have, for a long time now, catered to the lowest common denominator. And I don't say that in an insulting way. I just mean, years ago I had sent my daughter to YMCA for the summer, and they said, hey, don't send your kid with money for a pop because there's a kid in the group who doesn't have money for a pop, and it makes him feel bad. I sent the note back saying, hey, who's the kid? I'll buy his pop. He doesn't need to feel bad. We can pitch in, help out, be a village. So there are solutions to those problems other than tearing everyone down. And that's what the left has done. Teacher unions, they're all for themselves. That's a segment I have coming their way. But it takes an effort to tear down this country in its greatness. And they're doing it. And you need to stop them. You can support other Patriot channels like ours. You can support ours for sure. But that is something you can do. You don't need a bunch of time. Just pitch in and help. Let's make school formal again. Let's have rules. Let's have regulations. Let's have standards other than the lowest common denominator. Well, that's my 2 cents on that. So be safe. Watch your six. And don't tread on me.